This is Valley News Live at 4.
We have breaking news right here in Fargo. A large police presence was seen outside Simonson's gas station on Main Avenue this afternoon. Now, we are still waiting to hear back from police about what exactly took place, but witnesses in the area tell Valley News Live that police did have two people at gunpoint and took them both into custody. Again, we are still waiting to confirm these reports that we are getting. Stay with the Valley News Live throughout the night for more information. WNBA star Brittney Griner is on a plane on her way back to the U.S. after being detained in Russia for the last 9 months. The Biden administration negotiated a deal to bring Griner home in exchange for a convicted Russian arms dealer being held in the U.S. Deborah Alfarone brings us the story.
Sherelle Griner stood by the president this morning as he announced her wife, Brittney Griner, has been released from a Russian prison and is coming home.
Over the last 9 months, you all have been so privy to one of the darkest moments of my life. And so today I'm just standing here overwhelmed with emotions.
Just moments earlier, she and President Biden spoke with Brittney, who was released in the UAE as part of a prisoner swap.
I'm glad to be able to say that Brittney's in good spirits. She's relieved to finally be heading home.
Griner was arrested February 17th at a Moscow airport with less than a gram of cannabis oil and later sentenced to 9 years in prison. In exchange for Griner, the U.S. released Russian arms dealer Viktor Bout, who is serving a 25-year sentence for conspiring to kill Americans by selling weapons to terrorists. While the celebrations for Griner's release are just beginning, they are tempered by the fact that former Marine Paul Whelan is actually not part of this deal. He remains behind bars in Russia.
Sadly, for totally illegitimate reasons, Russia is treating Paul's case differently than Brittney's.
Whelan spoke with CNN after learning of Griner's release. He's disappointed not to be included in the deal.
This is a precarious situation that needs to be resolved quickly. And I would hope that he and his administration would do everything they could to get me home, regardless of the price they might have to pay at this point.
Whelan's family issued a statement saying the likelihood that our parents will see their son again diminishes each day his wrongful detention continues. Increasingly, I worry that Paul himself won't survive 12 more years in a Russian labor colony. Deborah Alfarone, CBS News, the White House.
Now, CBS News did learn that last Thursday that the Griner for Bout swap was in the offing, but agreed to a White House request to hold the reporting because officials expressed grave concern about the fragility of then emerging deal. Well, at least 2 people have been injured and homes have been destroyed, or damaged, I should say, after an explosion at a soybean plant in Marengo, Iowa. Take a look at this video right here that's about to pop up on your screen. The building is a grain elevator and soybean crusher facility. Several medical helicopters have been dispatched to this scene, along with multiple fire departments. In a statement, the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics said that it has received multiple patients following the explosion. The city of Marengo said that the water in the city may have a brown color to it due to the excess water usage by firefighters. Well, more jobs will be coming to Grand Forks in the form of a new soybean crushing plant facility. Eptom Energy has chosen Grand Forks as the site of a $400 million soybean crushing plant. Now, the plant will expand and diversify the economic opportunity and further expand the agribusiness in the region. Officials say the plant will create 50 to 60 new jobs and support more than 800 jobs in and around Grand Forks. Now, the company is also estimating that its soy crushing facility will strengthen farmers' basis for soybeans by 20 to 25 cents per bushel. The project is expected to break ground in the summer of 2023 and complete construction in the fall of 2025. Well, taking a look at our sky cam right now, things are looking very clear. Lots of snow still on the ground, though. Let's send things over to First Alert Storm Team forecaster Summer Schnellbach with the very latest of what we're seeing right now.
Thanks so much, Bobby. Starting with the First Alert weather days, we've added another day, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. that winter storm that we've been talking about for a couple of days now, increasingly likely. So I want to bring you the very latest details. Tuesday through Thursday, again, we've tacked on another day there. Winter storm looking increasingly likely to bring heavy snow, potentially some areas of wintry mix and a whole lot of wind. Timing and track still likely to shift a little bit, but here's what we know. The onset of the snow, or even a little bit of mix, looks to begin Monday night and finally come to an end by Friday for some folks. There'll be areas of heavy snow, wind, and difficult to possibly even impossible travel. As for snowfall potential, a wide area of 8 inches or more is likely for many, with possible areas of 18 or more inches of snow. That's not out of the question. Now, for today, temperatures finally a little warmer than the last few days. We're in the teens and 20s above zero, a nice little change of pace. Wind chill factor still in the single digits at 0 for Hallock, but again, above 0. So that warming trend has begun. Satellite and radar showing clear skies across the Red River Valley and much of North Dakota, northern Minnesota, but down to the south, watching a little system of some snow right along the South Dakota and Nebraska border. We're quiet for tonight here in Fargo, though. Bobby, temperatures falling a couple of degrees and possibly rising by tomorrow morning. But coming up after the break, we'll dive into a little more detail on that winter storm for next week.
All right, Summer, thank you so much. We're going to have a lot to go over. Well, happening in less than 90 minutes, the Red River Valley SWAT team will be having a joint training exercise that is expected to last for 3 hours. Now, the training will be taking place near the 7800 block of 52nd Avenue West, and the exercise is expected to go from 5:30 to 8:30. Now, if you live in that area, you may see SWAT team members and other law enforcement officers carrying firearms, but no live rounds will be used during the training. Loud noises, yelling, and seeing several SWAT vehicles in the area with activated emergency lights are expected to take place as well. There is no safety concern to the public or the surrounding area. Well, the temperature is well below 0 in some cases, and if it does get to that point in your car, just sometimes it won't start. Your battery might need a charge, or you might need a whole new battery for that matter. And officials say that there are several problems that might cause a battery to have low power, but the number one reason is that it isn't getting the chance to charge back up to max voltage. They say vehicles need to be driven often to keep a high enough charge to turn the starter. When you start a car, it uses power in the battery, causing the voltage to drop. To get your battery back up to a full charge for the next start, it needs to be driven. Well, over in Lake Park, Audubon, there is a huge need. The school district needs bus drivers in a big way. They say that they had to cancel a bus route this morning and 2 routes Monday through Wednesday. Now, the district says it also had to cancel extracurricular activities because of this issue. And when drivers are sick, there are no substitutes. The district says anyone who wants to help will have their training and licensure paid for, plus $27 an hour and a $1,000 signing bonus. And today, it's a big day for Soul Solutions Recovery Center. They are officially celebrating their 1-year anniversary. The nonprofit outpatient substance abuse services in Fargo, as well as helping address mental, medical, social, and family needs. Now, in their first year alone, Soul Solutions has provided services to more than 475 individuals seeking help, plus 175 family members dealing with a loved one struggling with addiction. The on-site coffee shop for socialization and connection through recovery has served nearly 5,000 cups of hope and coffee, and they are having a celebration tonight, calling it a day of gratitude from 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock. It starts in just over 50 minutes. And it's only been several months, but we're finally paying less than $3 a gallon for gas in the FM Metro. According to AAA, the average for a gallon of gas is $2.99, and currently the lowest is $2.85 at Sam's Club on 13th Avenue South. Now, the last time we saw these kinds of numbers was back in 2021. And get ready to really get into the holiday spirit tonight and to see one of Santa's big helpers. You see him right there. From 5 to 7, he and Santa will be photo ready at Legacy Elementary School. So make sure that your phones are charged and have those big smiles ready to go.